So I've been living in Portugal for 24 years now. It's not a perfect country. So pros and cons of living in Portugal. You gotta keep it straight to the point. Pro, the sun. Sun in Portugal is a constant. Out of the possible 365 days, an average of 300 of them will be sunny. So in the rare occasion that you come to Portugal or I leave the house, the odds are even, you just gotta bring a pair of sunglasses. You gotta keep that swag on. Is swag still a thing? Con. Cities in steep hills. In this nation, we have the habit of building cities in steep hills and live there. You can say that it's a living, am I right? I get the message. The college I attended was one example of this. And sometimes a boy wants to go to class looking fancy and smelling great, and that sort of style is completely ruined when you have to climb Mount Everest under the sun to attend a lecture. You're smelly and you can feel it in your armpits. Ugh. Pro. No snow. Unless you are living in an extremely mountainous region, chances are that you will not be seeing snow while you are in Portugal. This to me is a rarity. I speak for myself, I've seen snow twice in my life, and one of which wasn't even in Portugal. Con. No snow. Since most of the country has no snow, the chances of having schools and workplaces shut down for a day or two are absolutely non-existent. Do you have any idea how offensive it was to see those American cartoons having the schools shut down because of the snow? To me, that was just a fantasy. Bro, the pastries. Food in Portugal is great. Sometimes a bit greasy and extremely shy when it comes to spices, but my grandma's lamb is absolutely perfect. Pastries in Portugal are so superior though. These include fular de olhão, pastel de nata, and this delicious thing from my city called ovos moles, a mixture of holy wafer and sweetened boiled egg yolks. Foreigners are a bit skeptical about this tasty treat, but I love it so much. Con. Arroz de cabidela. A chicken stew and rice. Sounds okay, right? But then let's add in the blood of the chicken and a heavy dose of vinegar. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? Rui, I sense a hint of sarcasm there. You probably never even tasted it and you're just... Well, you're wrong. I did and literally died. Pro. Chocolate salami. You can argue that I probably should have mentioned this in pastries, and you'd be right, but I seldomly forget that this pastry exists and that we are one of the few countries that makes it. Traditional salamis are made with meat and grease, while chocolate salamis are made with chocolate and shredded cookie bits. The last time I made this video, I wanted to do an ASMR on this one. Should I do it? Nah, I'm probably not gonna do that. I went out and bought a chocolate salami from the dirty, disgusting local supermarket. Look, it's covered in plastic and it's absolutely delicious. This is what eating rich feels like. A funny thing happened when I went to buy it. It was $2.58 and I paid $2.60 and the girl gave me 5 cents exchange. So basically, not only I bought one of these, I also gained 3 cents. Oh, I can't open this. What should I do? This is so hard. I know. Hey guys, I got it open. And now I'm gonna cut a slice. You have to remove this golden tin foil off of it in order for it to be eaten, because you don't want to contract diseases, now do you? You hear that? You hear how annoying that is? Time for a bite. What has my life gotten into? I'm still eating it though. Delicious. Con. The morbid obsession with soccer. Soccer makes this country move, especially between national teams. And I get why people are so obsessed by it, but when the media can spend hours and hours a day covering just silly things that the fans are doing pre-game, or the fact that some skis club president is now taking part in the Big Brother, and then disregard other accomplishments that our country has made in the name of sports, then that's gonna be an issue. And the fans of soccer can get a bit aggressive. Stones are thrown and people get hurt. It's just not right sometimes. Bro, we are a European country, and since we are in the Schengen area, we can go out to every European country without a passport, as well as Iceland, Norway, and Switzerland, which is just so great. Gone, the heat. This is not really an issue when you live close to the sea, but going to the central part of Portugal during the summer is a death wish. Add on to this the fact that the architecture of our houses just decided to skip on thermal isolation, and it makes it for extremely cold winters and extremely hot summers inside the house. Bro, we can drive to Cuba. Gone. Arrive late for appointments. People never arrive on time for things. Never. You can say, be there at 9, the movie starts at 9:05, and they will probably arrive at 10 p.m. This sort of attitude is the reason why I've never watched Frozen 2.
That sucked!
Bro, taking part in the Eurovision Song Contest. Since we are European and members of the European Broadcasting Union, we get to take part in the Eurovision Song Contest, which is quite literally the best thing in the world. We hosted this event in Portugal in 2018 for the first time after half a century of participation, and I was living my best life at that time. And the best part of it is that if my country doesn't win, no one throws rocks at other nations. So my opinion is that we should support Eurovision. And if I'm elected president, I declare Eurovision week to be a continental holiday. And I also promise a chocolate salami for every Portuguese household. Con! Bullfights. I'm not gonna be here explaining to you what a bullfight is. There is Google for that. I'm just gonna say that this thing is deplorable and I cannot see why people are entertained by this. But pro, the more our country grows, the less this is relevant among young generations. It has gotten to the point where bullfighting arenas have been closed over the years. In the archipelago of Açores, the bull is set on the street for drunk people to catch it, only for these drunk people to get rammed by the bull. Con! Every significant event takes place in either Lisbon or Oporto. But this also makes it so that some other regions in Portugal don't sell their soul to tourism, which honestly now I'm kinda baffled if this is a pro or a con. Nah, it's a con. My boy Aveiro needs more time in the spotlight. I don't know, make use of our soccer stadium, keep it from being dilapidated. As I was doing research for this video, I learned that Alanis Morissette gave a concert in my city here in 2004. And I was a fan of her back then. This is insulting. But oh well, you live, you learn. Bro, the habit of getting a coffee to meet someone. Whether you want to catch up with an old friend or want to get to know someone from work or you just want to take a break from your tedious job, coffee is always a great excuse. Our national coffee is pretty good and there is also a place nearby whenever you want to have some coffee. And it's not in that capitalistic way that you see in the form of Starbucks. It will be served in a porcelain cup. No tacky plastic stuff whatsoever. No sir. Con! While Northern European countries have an almost perfect literacy rate, Portugal is one of the lowest in the continent, only ahead of Malta and Turkey. And although there are governmental plans to end this is still an issue. And finally, as an extra pro, our oranges. Our oranges, namely from the region of Algarve, can be very sweet. When we had commercial relationships with India back in the 15th century, we brought their sweet oranges to be sold in the Southeast Indo-European countries. Because they loved them so much, eventually countries like Greece, Bulgaria, Turkey, and Albania gave the fruits names along the lines of Portugali, and other similar words like the name Portugal.